Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're back here at Fred Beans Volkswagen here in Devon, Pennsylvania, and we got one of my favorite cars, and I can't wait to show it to you. Here it is. It's a brand new 2025 Volkswagen Jetta GLI with a 6-speed manual transmission. We've already seen the GLI with the 7-speed DCT. Now we got manual action going on in this car. So you can let me know if you're looking for a sport compact sedan that's got some extra horsepower, that's got great handling, and a 6-speed manual, and it's priced in the mid-30s. Would you go with this GLI? You can let me know as we go through the car. So let's dig in. The front end of the Jetta GLI in the Monument Gray. As we move in closer to our front end, a full spread of LED lighting across the front with the VW badge and the GLI badge on the grille. We have the red accents down below to indicate you got a GLI. Nice low slung hood. As we come around to our wheel and tire package, please excuse my shadow. We finally got some sun today. We have a 18-inch gloss black aluminum alloy wheel, VW badge on the center cap, ventilated rotors all four corners, red brake calipers all four corners. These wheels are wrapped in Hankook Kinergy GT tires, 225 on the width of 45 series sidewall 18s. And we have front wheel drive. Moving on out, there is the Monument Gray with the red accents. Looks good. As we move in closer, we have the GLI badge on the front door. To me, I'd rather have this removed and have a cleaner look on the side profile. You let me know. Gloss black side view mirrors with LED turn signals, color match front and rear door handle, right side fuel filler cap, blacked out roof including the antenna, and we have a sunroof. And then as we swing over the back of this GLI, we have the deck lid kick up in the back, and then we're going to go with a full spread of LED lighting in the back of this GLI as well. Down below, some flat black trim, and then we have chrome tip dual exhaust finishers. We're under the hood of this Jetta GLI, and we have Volkswagen's 2-liter turbocharged inline 4-cylinder engine, made it to a 6-speed manual transmission. You can also get this car with a 7-speed DCT as well, 228 horsepower, 258 pound-feet of torque, MPGs, 26 in the city, 36 on the highway, and 30 combined. Before we get into the interior, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much? Well, here we go. Base price, 25 Jetta GLI 6-speed manual, $32,715. This vehicle has got some options on it. We'll check those out when we go through the window sticker. Once we add those in, and a destination and delivery charge of $1,225 from Volkswagen's Puebla, Mexico assembly plant, we have a total vehicle MSRP from the factory of $35,696. And if for those who are interested, there is no import fee attached to this car. Let's check out the interior. Starting with the driver door panel, we're going to go with black soft touch material across the top, brushed aluminum on the door handle. Then we're going to have the gray with the red cross stitch, a soft armrest, flat black on the switchgear with heated side view mirrors, good sized door pocket. This is where you're going to pop the trunk. And then down below, look at that proper foot box. We have aluminum finish on the dead pedal, clutch, brake, and accelerator with the GLI floor mats with the stitching in the vehicle at this time. We do have power seat with lumbar and 3 memory seat settings for the driver. There is the gray and black two-tone leather with the cross stitch. Bolstering feels firm. Headrests feel a bit soft. Very comfortable feeling. Front passenger door panel, same action as the driver. But as far as the seat goes, you're going to have a manual assist front passenger without memory seat settings. Now, up on the dash, soft touch, gloss black into your heat and air vent. More soft touch with the red stitching. Down below, good size glove box. And then we have the 8-inch infotainment system, wireless CarPlay, Android Auto. No nav built into this system, so all the maps and nav will come through your phone. Now, from here, you can go to your radio, and you can go to your source. And what are you going to have? You're going to have AM, FM, Sirius XM, Bluetooth music, that sort of thing in here. So they got you covered there as far as that goes. We can go back to our menu. You can Bluetooth your phone. You can go to your vehicle settings. You can adjust the equalizer in here as well. And then you have your media settings. Connect the vehicle up with your smartphone. Climate control. You can bring the climate control up and adjust it from up here. Sync them together. Adjust your fan speed if you'd like, or you can do it down below. It all depends on how you want to do it, if you want to use the touch screen or not. Then you can move it across, help legal notices settings, set up my VW. That gets the app going, lock it, unlock it from your phone, that sort of thing. And now we go back to menu, and we're back to the beginning. Now, as far as our vehicle settings go, you can go into there, and it's going to give you different selections, right? You can select your digital cockpit, driving data, or vehicle status. So here's the classic view of the digital cockpit, or you can go to view 1, or you can go to view 2, depending on what you want to have up. And then you can also go to your vehicle status, and that's going to give you different statuses, tire pressure monitoring, and that sort of thing. So pretty easy there as far as that goes. And then I think we'll just go back to our driving data. And then you're back to the beginning. Now you can go to settings down here on the bottom, and that's going to let you go into your ambient lighting here. And from here, you can either have your ambient lighting be automatic, or you can put it on manual and choose the color that you would like to have on. With the gray, with the red cross stitch, I went with a red ambient lighting, but they got that in here. And then you can go ahead and select all areas for the same color, right? Or you can select different colors for different areas. Once you select all, you can then maximize your brightness or minimize your brightness, and then you're good to go. We can go back to our menu. So nicely done. And of course, here's the equalizer for your sound right there. Back to menu. Now, if we go to reverse, and there is the backup camera. It's an older camera without trajectory, so I'd like to see Volkswagen update this camera. I think that would be a smart move. We'll put this gear shift back in neutral. And now we're good to go as far as that goes. We'll get rid of the camera, and then we'll move on down. Four-way hazards, 2 heat and air vents. Here is the climate menu, where you got your climate control, as well as 3-stage heated seats and 3-stage ventilated seats for the driver and the front passenger. Underneath that, 2 USB-Cs, wireless charging pad. Here is the shifter for this 6-speed manual transmission leather gator with the red cross stitch, matching up with the seat. Nicely done. Push button start. There's your electric brake, drive modes, and then we have our traction control off and a 12-volt around the corner. Our drive modes, here we go. They show up on your infotainment system. We have a custom, then we have eco, comfort, normal, and sport. And of course, we're going to be rocking in sport today. And then down further, 2 cup holders. We have our GLI key fob, nice looking key fob, lock, unlock, pop the trunk, VW badge on the back. And then there you go. Nice soft armrest with the stitching. We can open that up, and we have a larger area underneath for storage with another USB. The GLI steering wheel, leatherette wheel with perforation, VW badge. We got some red and the GLI name down on the bottom of the steering wheel. Flat bottom wheel to help you get in and out. But you know what? I'm 5'11", and I have plenty of room to get in and out of this vehicle. It is a pretty large and nice open and airy passenger cabin in here for a compact sedan. Now we're going to have gloss black on the switchgear, adaptive cruise on the left with your safety suite controls. On the right side, heated steering wheel on or off, controls for the digital dash. And then we're going to have our turn signals, high beams on the left. On the right, you're going to have your windshield wipers. Down over here, you're going to have your headlight controls. And then we have a manual tilting and telescoping wheel. And then we have our digital instrument cluster, looking good. And if you want to change things up, we can go across the top, decide what we want to have, and then let's say we want to have our driving data up. You can click OK, and then we should be able to go through what type of driving data do we want to have up, our speed, our range, and overview. Let's go with the overview, and that's what it looks like. It's nice and clear, and it's got some functionality. Overhead console, SOS button in case of an emergency on the road. There's a button here if you need to talk to VW. Right here is the spot for your shades. And now, down further, if you want your dome lighting to come on and off when you open and close the door. This button right here, you push it in and leave it in. Open the door, lighting comes on. Close the door, lighting will dim out. I'd like to see some LED in here since we have a top trim GLI. Now, as far as our sunroof goes, we have a manual shade, so we can throw that back. And then we have one switch, push it in, hold it a second. It's a one touch open. Wind buffer comes up, roof goes back. And then once it's back, you have one touch close. You just have to push it in, hold it in a second. And then if you want to tilt that same button, you just push up towards the roof and then it tilts up, or you can close it. Then you can bring the shade back with your hand. We have a frameless rear view mirror with compass and home link and auto dim. And then we have our sun visor with vanity and a light. And does it slide? Yes, it does. Get into the back of this GLI, but first the rear door panel, we're going to go with plastics all the way down and then a soft armrest. So not quite the same as the front. Seat set for my driving position. Now to get into this car, right leg in, then you're going to twist, duck, and bring your left leg in because it is smaller, compact sedan. Now once I'm in though, 5'11", plenty of room for my head, shoulders, and knees. If you're like 5'9", 5'10", or taller, you may have to duck getting in. Now we have the leather all the way down, no seat pocket behind the driver, but we do have one behind the front passenger. We don't have heat and air vents or USB-Cs in the back on this GLI. So if you're in the back seat, you'll have to use the USB-C that's inside the center armrest. But considering we're in a top trim Jetta, I'd like to see some heat and air vents and a couple of USB-Cs back here as well. In the back, we do have the same leather with the color combo, the stitching, perforation, nice and soft. And then we do have our armrest, very soft, 2 1/3 cup holders. So overall, once you get in, it's pretty comfortable in the back of this Jetta GLI. Getting in the trunk of this GLI, well, it's a manual trunk, but you can pop it from the key fob, you can pop it from the driver door panel, or you can come to the back, and right underneath the L in GLI, there's a button. You hit it and it pops right up. Nice wide opening, 14.1 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of this GLI. We do have the all-season mats, driver assistance kit. We do have the cargo protection system in here. And then underneath here, we do have tools jack and a spare. So thank you, VW, for the spare. And if you don't have anybody in the back and you need more room, we do have levers that we can pull on either side. And then we can let the rear seats down. 60-40 split. There we go. And now, bit of a kick up, but you can fit a lot more stuff in here. So it's a good use of trunk space here in this Jetta. Window sticker, here we go. 25 Jetta GLI, Monument Gray, 6-speed manual. Standard features on the left. As you can see, we do have a front limited slip diff, the XDS cross differential system in here. We got 4-wheel independent sports suspension, adaptive chassis control. A lot of stuff in here to make this a very, very sporty drive. Dare I say, performance drive. Warranty information. Pricing. Here are the options. And then your total vehicle MSRP. As you can see, you have a credit here because they took the upgraded sound system out on this one. And then we have fuel economy estimates, safety ratings, made by VW in Mexico. Take her out for a spin. All right, we're out on the road in this 25 Jetta GLI 6-speed, and right off the bat, great visibility out of all the glass, including the rear view mirror. Good size side view mirrors for sports sedan. blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, lane keep assist, pre-collision, all that action in here for safety. LED lighting up front and out back for safety as well. And again, even with the 6-speed manual, the chassis is very well damped. The steering is tight and it's right. You know, you got the front limited slip diff, you got adaptive chassis control, sport tune suspension, 4-wheel independent suspension. I mean, they have done the mechanical work here to get a really enjoyable, fun sport ride out of this vehicle. And I may dare say, a performance sedan in this category. Now, it's certainly not going to have as much horsepower as an Elantra N, but it's less expensive as than an Elantra N. So there you have that. And it still comes with your 6-speed manual, where the GTI for 25 and the Golf R no longer have the manual transmissions available. So if you want a sporty Volkswagen with a 6-speed in 25, the Jetta GLI is it. Now we're going to come down here and turn around. We have a turning radius in this GLI of 18.35 feet. So it is pretty nimble all the way around. Now they're using hand-cooked tires on here, and I didn't like it when they used that, I believe, on the GTI either. And down the road we go, and you know what? The 6-speed manual transmission, it's a very light clutch to use, which I do like. And it has a very low bite point, so it's very easy to learn on. So if you want to learn on a 6-speed manual, this one, very easy to operate. I mean, really easy. And the vehicle gets up to speed with the 228, 258 as far as the power numbers go. It's just planted to the ground around the turns, which I love. And, you know, the 6-speed manual for me, it just keeps you more one with the car, more engaged with the drive if you're shifting yourself than the DCT. But if you're looking for something that you're going to get your quickest track times with, then the 7-speed DCT is the way to go, because you know what, the paddles are going to be a lot faster than a clutch pedal. But if you just want to take it out and hoon it around the back roads of your house, why not? Brakes, stop right on a dime. Now we'll take off. And it just gets right up to speed. It's really an easy car to drive, and I really am enjoying the 6-speed manual transmission. Feels good, operates well. So you let me know if you're in the market for a sports sedan. You know, there's really not as many left as there used to be, right? You got the Jetta GLI here. You have the Kia K4 GT Line Turbo now. You got the Hyundai Elantra N line, maybe even the Elantra N in there. You know, and then you got the Honda Civic SI with the manual transmission. So you let me know, where would you go if you're going to spend 35 grand on one of these cars? Which one of those would you pick? Would you pick this Jetta GLI? You know what, if you haven't driven one and you're in the market, I'd go look at one, because they're really, really good, and I'm always impressed when I get in one. But you let me know what you would do in the comments. I do want to thank Fred Beans Volkswagen here in Devon, Pennsylvania, for allowing the channel access to this brand new 2025 Volkswagen Jetta GLI in Monument Gray for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell so you never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.